and then, I'll get a maid in there whenever Thomas, you said he's still.
Rains, Ms. Garcia, Ms. Darrow, I need you to unmute.
Okay, well, we'll get these filters done and I will wait for the go ahead on the maid and we'll get that, well, it's already listed. Hopefully we'll put it in and get it done.
Okay, good morning.
Oh, we got some background noise. You keep that to a minimum.
That's you, Tim.
Okay,
Yeah.
my name is Lance Consino. I'm Justice of the Peace here in Precinct 4. This is an eviction hearing this morning. So any tenant or landlord who will be talking to me in court this morning, we will be officially in court, will need to be sworn in. If you'll please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your
We do.
Honor. We do.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Hang on one second, Judge.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, going off my docket, I start with 0180. And I have neither party here, JLD Investments versus Lateran Lewis. Neither one of them showed up.
Okay. Okay, then next.
Next case, 183. The defendant, Miss Speed, is here, but no plaintiff.
Okay. Miss Speed, have you heard anything from from your landlord?
They sent me an email yesterday from they also, basically it was a forward email from the community development of Lubbock. They had my application. It was in processing, but they didn't have 2 documents that I needed to turn in. I went and turned them in yesterday. They are still processing my application as of now. I haven't heard from Caldwell since last week. The only time that they talked to me was about the missing documents that the community development needed from me. And I went there and sent them in yesterday. So they have everything on my side.
Okay. Then this will probably be dismissed since Caldwell has not made an appearance this morning. I'll leave it open for a few minutes just to see if they come in a little bit late. But I think this will be closed out and you'll proceed with your, with pursuing your rent relief.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hang on one second, Miss Speed. We just had somebody come in.
Okay.
Who's this on the iPhone?
Yes, I guess it had logged me out for some reason, but I just got back on there.
And what was your name again? You
It
check
was
in.
Tanya Nara.
All right, Miss Nora. All right, Judge, I'll get that.
Okay.
That's not the defendant if you want to dismiss. I mean, it's not the plaintiff if you want to.
Yes. Okay. We'll go ahead and dismiss then. Okay.
The next one, we can go to 208. Tim
Okay.
Turner is here to represent AGS Industries. There's no defendant. I think this was
Okay. Let's see. Again, who was it that was representing AJS?
I am, sir. Kim Turner.
Kim Turner. Okay. And Kim, you are seeking to evict Blair Maglis.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. There was an eviction hearing last week, and this is a continuance from that.
Right.
We had received notice that they had been approved for rental assistance. We still have not received payment, so we are going to ask for another continuance, please.
Okay. Then I will continue this.
Yeah, that's gonna cost you a lot of money.
We will not have eviction hearing next week. So I'm going to have to continue in this case for 14 days.
That's fair enough. I mean, I think we need to do something to get off.
Okay.
You know, and it doesn't have to be an expensive anything, but maybe, I don't know.
So we will, if you will be in touch with us, because essentially that goes into, since it goes into the longer time frame, we probably won't be in communication at all with you. So you'll have to be in touch with us.
Well, I don't think.
Okay, yes, sir, Your Honor.
Because I do think it's
Okay.
your responsibility
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
on these people that are moving in.
Next one is 210. Summer Place versus James Hunter.
Okay. And who is representing Summer Place?
Diana is.
I am Diana Laura.
Okay. Miss Laura, representing Summer Place Apartments versus James Kelly Hunter and all other occupants, 2710 Frankfurt.
That's correct.
And you are seeking to evict James Kelly and all other occupants?
Yes.
And on what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
Rent.
Unpaid rent?
Unpaid rent, and then can also get November's rent amended.
Tell me the number. You may do that. Just unpaid rent alone.
$1,106.
$1,106.
Yes.
Okay. And the defendant has not appeared this morning?
No.
Okay. Then the eviction is granted. Default. Bond for appeal is set at $565. The judgment is for $1,106. And I am signing that today, 16th of November, 2021.
Thank you.
Do we have anything further this morning?
No.
Okay, thank you very much then.
Thank you.
Next one is 0212 Portofino Apartments versus Juan Ruiz.
Okay. And who is,
Plaintiff is here, but not the defendant.
okay. And who is representing Portofino Apartments?
I am Alexis Batella.
Alexis Patella, okay. And you are seeking to evict Juan Ruiz.
I was gonna see if I could ask for an extension on this one.
Okay, is Juan seeking rental relief?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will grant an extension to the next time that we have a hearing. And so that will be in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And do we have anything further this morning with you?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Stella, didn't you have another case that you were wanting to dismiss?
Oh, yes, we had another one ending in 0213. It was Bailey Booker and Devin Brown. I wanted to dismiss that one.
Okay. So Bailey Booker and Devin Brown, and you want to dismiss, okay? We'll dismiss that then. It is dismissed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, the next one is 214, Arlen Wesley versus Christopher Welch.
Okay. And Mr. Wesley,
Yes, sir. I represent Mr. Wesley. I'm his property manager.
okay, and your name is?
Ryan, Ryan Woodham.
Okay. And Ryan, you are seeking to evict Christopher Eric Welch
Yes, sir.
from 7514 19th Street, Unit 9.
Yes, sir.
On what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
Non-payment of rent for October, and now I need to amend to November for an amended total of $1,000 even of unpaid rent.
$1,000 even, okay? And the defendant has not appeared this morning. The eviction is granted by default. The judgment is for $1,000 in possession, and bond is set for $500.
Judge, will the office be open next week for writs, or do we need to wait until the
Yes,
following week?
yes, our office will be open.
Okay.
We will probably close early on Wednesday, but we'll be open at least 2.5 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ryan, just for your information, you're welcome to file that writ, but it won't get posted next week because
Yeah, that's okay. It's just as long as yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, we're going to skip the next one and go to 210216, which is the Cove versus Tony Gonzalez and Serena De La Cruz. We've got two parties here representing the plaintiff, but they both represent the plaintiff on these cases.
Okay, and this is, what was that? Is that Quentin Cove?
Yes.
Okay. And
0216.
I'll be handling that, Your Honor.
okay, Sonia?
The rent per month is $550. I'm seeking 7 months at $550. And they did make a payment on 10/15 of $585. So minusing that payment for would be $3,265 back rent.
So the defendant has not appeared this morning. And I am showing a monthly rent listed of $450. Is that not correct?
No, Your Honor, I have $550 on the lease and on the ledger.
And Your Honor, that was the first case was actually the one we called to dismiss yesterday. That resident made payment.
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor, what case number was that? 0216? Yes, okay, that one needs to be dismissed. I apologize. I had talked about that earlier to be dismissed, and I didn't know that you were going to call it. They've worked out a payment plan, and so 0216 does need to be dismissed.
Okay.
I apologize.
Good. No problem. Then we'll dismiss 0216. That's Quentin Cove versus Tony Gonzalez and Serena De La Cruz.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll be handling 217, which is Quentin Cove versus Jessica Flores.
Yes.
Okay. And has Miss Flores appeared this morning?
No, Jessica Flores did not appear. She has not spoken.
Okay. Then on what grounds is this eviction being sought?
For non-payment of rent, Your Honor.
Okay.
Rent is $550 a month. And from April 2021 to October 2021, which is 7 months. We're looking at back rent of $3,265.
3,265.
Yes, Your Honor. They made a payment on 10/15 for $585. So 7 months of rent at $550 would be $3,850. And then I'm subtracting the payment of $585, which brings me to a total of $3,265.
Okay. I'm showing that Miss Flores has not appeared this morning. The eviction is granted by default. And the judgment is for $3,265 plus court costs, and the bond is set at $550. And I've signed that today, November 16th, 2021. Do we have anything further with Quentin Cove this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to skip the next one and go to 220-0220 Stratford Place versus
Yes,
Michelle Guerra.
yes, I'm here.
And who is representing Stratford Place?
I'm Melanie Garza.
Melanie Garza, okay. And Melanie Garza, you are seeking to evict Michelle Leon Guerrero
Yes,
from 4901 4th Street, apartment 46.
yes, sir.
On what grounds are you seeking the eviction this morning?
For non-payment of rent.
Non-payment of rent. I'm showing a monthly rent of $850. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And how much in back rent alone are you seeking?
She owes 2.5 months, a balance of $2,217.
$2,217.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The eviction is granted by default. The judgment is for $2,217. Bond for appeal is set at $850.
Thank you.
And do we have anything further with you this morning?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much then.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, the next one will go into 0222 Minix Property Management versus Bridget Levy.
Okay. Okay, Minix. And who is representing Minix this morning?
Mary.
Mary, okay. Mary, Minix is seeking to evict Bridget Levy and all other occupants from 5504 34th Street, apartment 104.
Yes.
And on what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
For non-payment of rent.
And that monthly amount of rent is $687.50.
Yes.
And how much in back rent are you seeking?
That's $686
1 month's rent.
for October and November.
Oh, okay. So what is the total then?
$1,240.
I'm sorry, say that again.
$1,240.
$1,240. So there was a partial payment made.
Yes.
Some sort. Okay. So $1,240 is what you were seeking in back rent. And the defendant Bridget Levy has not appeared this morning. The eviction is granted by default. The judgment is for $1,240. Bond for appeal is set at $687.50. And I have signed that today, November 16th, 2021. Do we have anything further with you this morning?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next one is 0223 Coronado Crossing versus Cheryl Draper. Melissa Raines is representing Coronado Crossing.
Okay. Melissa, Coronado Crossing is seeking to evict Cheryl Draper from 3333 Toledo Avenue, apartment 209.
Yes,
Okay. And on what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
non-payment of rent.
Non-payment of rent. I'm showing a monthly rent amount of $699. Is that correct?
Correct.
And how much in back rent are you seeking?
The original, I had $977 is what I'm seeking.
Okay. And 900, say that again, 900?
$977.
$977. Okay.
Yes.
And Ms. Draper has not appeared this morning. The eviction is granted by default and judgment is set at $977 plus the court costs. Bond for appeal is set at 1 month's rent, $699. And do we have anything further with you this morning?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one is 0224 Jimmy Ray and Judith Burke Fillingim versus Reagan Burgett. We have Mr. Robert Nebb is representing the Fillingims. Burgett did not respond.
Okay. And Mr. Nebb, you're representing Jimmy Fullingim and Judith Fullingim?
That's correct, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. And you are seeking to evict Reagan Burgett?
Yes, Judge.
From 28 Brentwood Circle?
Yes, sir.
And what is the monthly rent amount?
There's no rent, Judge. Miss Burgett was allowed to live there as basically a favor by the Fullinghams. The Fullinghams have both gone into assisted living, and Miss Burgett refuses to live the premises. So through her power of attorney, she's been asked to leave and will not leave.
I see.
There was no lease.
Is anything being sought in judgment then? Any monetary amount in judgment?
Just attorney's fees, Judge, of $1,000.
Okay. Then, and Miss Burgett has not appeared this morning, so the eviction is granted by default. I am setting the bond at an arbitrary $500 for appeal, and granting the attorney fees of $1,000 plus the court costs. Bond for appeal is set at $500. And Mr. Nebb, do we have anything further this morning?
No, sir. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
That takes us to 0225. 806 Property Management versus Roderick Hall. I'm not sure if I have Mr. Hall is on the line. I'm not sure if I have a representative from 806 Property Management.
All right. Is anyone representing 806 Property Management?
Let me check this one. Somebody checked in late.
Okay.
Who's this on the phone? Last three of your phone number are 736. Speak to the person, need the person on the phone that your phone number ends in 736. Identify yourself.
Let's be, this is Colt Blair.
Mr. Blair, we covered your case a while ago. You're the second one up. So that case is already, it was continued.
Okay, good, because they're still working on the payment, I guess. So, all right, I appreciate it, sir.
I believe the next court date will be the 30th of November. And if you want to confirm that, you can call Savannah.
Okay.
1541.
Okay.
After give her an hour or so after court gets done.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
All right, Judge, we got nobody from 806.
Okay, then we will dismiss for lack of plaintiff.
Were you clear on that, Mr. Hall? Your case is being dismissed.
Yes, yes, sir. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
And your case is dismissed.
Okay, thank you. Can I hang up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes, you may be dismissed. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, Judge, let me go back and see. We will go back to 0215. Belen Ramirez versus John Collier Bolton. Both parties are on the line.
Let's see, 205. What was that number again? Was it ended in 205?
15.
15.
If you get this thing, it's on the bottom of page 1 of my docket.
And that's Belen Ramirez versus John Collier Bolton.
That's correct. Both parties are on the line.
Okay, good. Let's see, Belen Ramirez.
Sir.
And you are seeking to evict John Collier Bolton from 530 North Klein Avenue. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not showing a monthly rent amount.
Sir, I guess we didn't really have a written lease. It was just understood that we were living together while we're in a relationship. We are no longer in a relationship, and I would like him to move out of my house.
Okay, so no rental agreement was agreed to.
No, sir.
And so you are not seeking a judgment. You're just seeking possession of the property.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Bolton, do you understand the situation?
Yes, sir. We have an actual or verbal agreement with the monthly rental amount of approximately $400 or what I can pay. We currently also have I have a temporary injunction or temporary restraining order from the 237th signed off by Judge Johnson, preventing Belen from interfering with my use or enjoyment of our residence at 530 North Klein. That order was actually in effect at Belen's initial filing of this case and has been extended
I see. And
I also have a temporary restraining order against Mr. Bolton as well.
and you are both occupying the residence at the same time.
Blaine has actually absconded and is currently hiding our child, Lily Bolton, in an unknown location out there. And we are actually going in for an enforcement hearing on our custody matter before the 237th Associate Judge tomorrow.
That is not relevant to wanting him out of my house, Your Honor. I am not hiding. There is also a CPS that was involved in our custody case. I'm doing everything that I was told to be the protective parent of my child. I'm not absconded. We are in Lubbock County.
Okay, and you are not at the residence currently. Is that you're not staying at the residence?
No, sir.
Is the rental lease in your name, Blaine?
Yes, sir. The mortgage. I sent the deed and the an example of a statement that's in my name, as well as all the utilities of the residence.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and stipulate that the mortgage is in her name as well as the utilities.
And were either of you married, or did you have a common law?
No, sir.
We may be common law married.
No, sir, we are not. I have never mentioned to anyone that we are married.
We were presented in public as husband and wife.
No, sir. No, sir, we were not.
And we're currently working on getting those minutes of that meeting there, along with the 7 board members as a witness. So that may actually turn out to be common law marriage, Your Honor.
I've never presented myself to be married to Mr. Bolton, Your Honor.
She did not refute it at the time, Your Honor.
Okay. Checking to see what I can see on the upper court case.
Both my restraining orders are turned over as exhibits there. Do you need the cause number on the other case, sir?
Yes, that would be helpful.
Cause number on it's DC-2021-FM-4055.
A little bit slower. Say that again. DC hyphen.
D is in dog, C is in Charles, hyphen 2021 hyphen FM Francis Mary hyphen 4055. And we're actually set to go before Associate Judge Johnson tomorrow at 9 a.m.
And okay.
Judge, are you looking at the case documents in audit?
Yes, I'm trying to look those up, the DC, the district court document.
Okay. Savannah said something about there was several exhibits on this case. I think it was this case.
Yeah, the most recent TRO that prevents Blend from interfering with my use or enjoyment of 530 North Klein was signed on November 9th, Your Honor. And they had an issue with the court software there, and it was also filed stamped November 9th at 9 a.m.
I see.
If I could suggest to Blend, we may be able to come to some type of agreement on this. If we could take a 2-week continuance on the matter so that we can go ahead and come back and have a chance to have our TRO hearing set tomorrow, we may be able to get some more clarity in this issue.
Trying to look at these documents here. Ms. Ramirez?
Yes, sir.
Would you agree to a continuance in this case?
I mean, I'd like him out of my house as soon as possible. I'm trying to, I also want to sell the home.
I'm going to go ahead and grant the eviction. The bond for appeal I will set at the arbitrary amount of $400. And the judgment is for $0, but with the court costs. And I have signed that today, November 16th, 2021. And this case is completed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one should be 0219. Sophia Gonzalez versus Tanya Narrow.
Okay, Sophia Gonzalez. You are seeking to evict Tanya Naro?
Yeah, she had, I had got approved for that, the rent relief. And they had asked for my, my lease and I had let her know that. So that's what we're waiting on. So she could get all her back, the back or, the late fees and the back charge.
Is Miss Gonzalez?
She's on there. She was on there earlier.
She chose to be on the line. I've asked her to unmute several times. I'm getting no response.
No response from Miss Gonzalez. Miss Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes. Miss Gonzalez, you are seeking to evict Tanya Naro?
Yes, sir.
And on what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
Non-rental. She hasn't paid her rent.
Non-payment of rent. And are you aware that she has been seeking rental relief?
No, she told me, and she always lies to me. and I tried to help her out as much as I
I
can.
told you about the rent relief.
Ma'am,
What do you
ma'am,
mean?
ma'am, Ms. Naro, you'll have your moment to speak just wait. Go ahead, Ms.
Okay.
Gonzalez.
I called the place that she said she applied, and she told me the day before yesterday I was approved and everything, and they said we have not approved her, and it's gonna take time. He said we're not sure if they're gonna approve her or not, but I don't want to be waiting on her anymore. I don't want to participate on it anymore. She owes about 2 months of rent.
I'm showing a monthly rent of $1,350.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes, and 3 days there's another month's rent, because every 19.
The lease agreement is between what days in the month?
It's the 19, every 19 of the month.
Every 19th of the month. So it's not on the first.
No, it's not.
Okay. How much in back rent are you seeking?
It's 2,380. The rent is 1,200 a month.
I'm showing a monthly rental of $1,350 on the petition.
Yes, but the other one's gonna be due in 3 days.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to figure out the exact rental amount. You said 1,200.
Okay, 1,200, yes.
1,200 is the rental amount? And
Yes, from every month.
And you are seeking how much in back rent?
It's 2,380.
And that is back rent alone. There are no extra
Yes.
charges or fees.
No.
$2,380. Okay. And you are saying that the monthly rental is not $1,350?
Well, when you fill out the paperwork, you gave it a 3-day eviction, the notice. That's what you write in there. It's the late fee and the monthly 400.
Oh, I see. So you were including.
That's for the 3 days.
You were including a late fee.
No, well, right now on that one, but if we can't go by that one anymore, we go by 1,200 a month.
If you are saying the rent is $1,200 a month, then that's what I'm going by, is $1,200 per month.
Okay, go by that.
And you are seeking only back rent, which means
Yes.
you are seeking just slightly less than 2 months back rent.
Okay, all right.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Then, Ms. Naro, do you owe this back rent?
Yes, I had for last month, yes. She had said that, and like I told her when I had because I have the she said she's called. There's not even a number that you can call, like, so that got to be false. But I have the email, and when I called her and let her know that, and she was like, well, that she wanted me to send her the thing where it got approved. I have that on there because that's the reason why she sent me my lease, in order to get it back, in order to because that's what they needed. They needed the lease in order to for them to get the be able to send her the check or whatever. And she said that was fine. But when I called her this morning, she was like, I don't know what her issue was, but then that's another thing, because we had she had did the eviction notice last month too, or the last month, and I ended up paying her the $1,200, and she took it off, and then we did it again this month, but I had already got approved for that rent relief. So I don't know what the issue, like what exactly she wants me to do, but then she tells me it's $1,200 and then it goes to $1,380. I don't know where the late fees on the lease only says it's $50. So I don't know where the $1,380 is coming from.
Okay. And do you agree that you owe essentially 2 months of back rent?
Yes, because this month on the 19th it's gonna come again. Is what she's talking about. Yes, sir.
Okay, we have not come to the 19th yet.
Yeah, then so it's just a month.
So 1 month's rent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am proceeding with the eviction. The judgment will be for possession of the property and $1,200 in back rent. Bond for appeal is set at $1,200.
So what is that? What do I just give her the 1,200 or what exactly am I supposed to do? I don't know. I don't understand what you just said.
You must, you are evicted. You must.
Yeah, that's totally fine. But so do I still give her the 1,200?
Yes,
that-
yes, you must.
But I don't have to pay the other 1,200 is what you're saying.
The judgment is for $1,200 plus the court costs.
Okay.
So you will owe the $126 of court costs in addition to the $1,200.
126. Okay, I'll pay that.
But the rent is gonna do the 19th. She's gonna have the other for the 19th?
Not doing that.
She has a 5-day right to appeal, and so she must be out by the 6th day. And again, to repeat that, the eviction is granted. The judgment is for $1,200 plus the court costs. Bond for appeal is set at $1,200. And that is final today, 11/16/2021.
Okay, and how long do I have to get out of there?
You have a 5-day right to appeal.
So 5 days to appeal it. Okay, so
5
and
days,
where do
5 days and you must be out unless you have.
what appeal it? Yeah, I'm going to appeal it. What do I where do I do to do that at?
You'd need to pay the $1,200 in bond to the court.
Okay, and then I'll be able to appeal it.
And then fill out the appeal forms.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. You may be dismissed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The next one is 0221 Peggy Manning versus Brittany Sendejo.
Yes, Your Honor, we're here.
Yes, Peggy Manning,
Yes.
you are seeking to evict Brittany Sendejo from
Yes.
6802 North Country Road, 1630.
Yes, sir.
I'm showing a monthly rent of $650. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And on what grounds are you seeking the eviction this morning?
For not paying rent and inconsistent.
Non-payment of rent, and how much in back rent alone are you seeking?
$1,000.
$1,000. Okay, and Ms. Sendejo,
Yes, sir.
do you owe the back rent of $1,000?
I think the background she's talking about, I believe it's for this month of November, and I think she told me 200 for last month. I had got sick. I got sick and I wasn't able to work. I'm an assistant manager at Burger King. I take care of my mom and my 2 nieces and my nephew. And so I wasn't able to work for like 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And then whenever I got started the eviction, I had to help my mom and my nephews and my niece pack. So I've been missing out work, and today was my first day back. I was supposed to be there at 10. She didn't want to take any payments for the rent. So my mom and them, they moved out already. So, and like, there was a lot of work that needed to be done on the trailer, and they refused to do it. Like, when I moved in, they had a support beam in my living room, which is now like sinking in the roof. And there's just a bunch of stuff they didn't fix. They left acid in the restroom where my nieces and nephew used. And under the sink, it's like a lot of stuff don't work here. And I told her about fixing it. And there's the central heating and air they promised to fix. They didn't fix. I have pictures of everything. And so, yeah, but
And
Honor.
the window was broken. The restroom door wasn't even put on there right. Like, it fell down on one of the kids when they opened it. My shower don't work in my restroom. There's a leak under the house.
they have wires sticking out from the central heating and air in the hallway where the kids walk through. It's just a lot of stuff that she needs to fix on her end.
Okay, so Miss Manning, you are seeking $1,000 in back rent. And
Yes, sir.
and that is $650 is 1 month, and then partial on a second
And
month.
it was 350 for last month.
350 from last month. Okay. The eviction is granted. The judgment is for $1,000. The bond for appeal is set at $650. And the judgment is for the $1,000 plus the court costs. And I am signing that today, November 16th, 2021. Thank you very much.
So
Thank
I
you, Your
have to pay
Honor.
what?
Pardon?
What do I have to pay?
You are evicted and you owe $1,000 plus the court costs.
To Peggy?
Yes.
How do I appeal on about the court costs? Because I lost wages as well, like having to miss work and stuff.
Sorry, what did you ask there?
Like to pay the court cost I'm paying for her court costs and stuff, but I lost wages as well, missing work and having to get stuff situated over here. I haven't been to work since she served me the eviction, trying to get my nieces and my nephews out. It's too cold for them here.
You would have to file a separate suit for any damages, any repairs, any damages that you might be seeking. You would have to file a separate.
And how do I do that?
You would have to I would seek legal advice and make a, if you want to pursue a small claims, then you would need to file that with our court.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
So when does she have to get out?
Okay.
Well, she has 5 days. Does
Ms.
she
Manning,
understand
Ms.
that?
Manning, you may be dismissed now. Okay.
Sorry, Judge, I was working on two computers at the same time. I believe we're down to James Waddell versus Cassandra Garcia.
All right.
Crystal Sanchez is representing James Waddell.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. James Waddell is represented by who?
Crystal Sanchez.
Crystal
That's
Sanchez.
Hope City Reynolds. Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Okay. And James Waddell is seeking to evict Cassandra Garcia from 6109 37th Street, Unit B. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is Ms. Garcia?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. And going back to Ms. Sanchez representing James Waddell.
Yes.
I'm showing a monthly rent of $695.
Yes, sir. That's true. Uh-huh.
And how much in back, on what grounds are you seeking the eviction?
On unpaid rent, Your Honor.
Unpaid rent, and how much in unpaid rent are you seeking?
She, at this point, in just rent, she owes $1,560.
And that
There's
is
also some
back rent alone, correct?
That's the rent. Yes, sir.
Okay, 1,560.
Yes.
Okay, and that is the amount that you are seeking.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Miss Garcia,
Yes, sir.
do you owe the back rent of $1,560?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay, and do you understand that must be paid, or the eviction will be proceeded with?
Yes. I was wondering how I could or if it would be accepted, the rent relief, because when I got the eviction, I remember calling up there to Hub City Rentals, and she said that I would have to like call the court to try to see about the help. But when I called the court, they were telling me that at that moment there was no type of rental assistance. But now that I'm hearing on all the evictions that people have been filing for the rent relief, and I didn't know about it. When I got served in my eviction, he gave me a paper that said I can try the there was a paper about like rent relief and help like that. And he just said that he knew that, I think he said from what he thought that it was probably closed, that I couldn't do it.
Yes, it closed. It has already closed now. So there is no more ability to seek rental relief at this point in time.
Okay. And that's because I would have did it, but when I called the courthouse and they told me that there wasn't any assistance. And then now I'm hearing that everybody was filing for the rent relief, and I had no idea.
Yes, because they filed months ago.
Okay.
Or weeks ago. Yes.
Okay. I just didn't know.
Okay. Then the eviction is granted and the judgment is for the $1,560 of back rent. The bond for appeal is set at $695. And
Okay.
I am signing that today, November 16th, 2021.
Okay. And Crystal, as far as like making payment to try to stay, is that something I have to contact like Melanie or Lisa about?
No, unfortunately, Cassandra, because you left out that other property when we tried to help you move to this one. You left that other one owing a lot of money, and now you've already damaged this property, plus you owe money. At this point, we don't want to do business with you. So
Okay. Well, the other one, when
you can pay your account back up, but
Uh-huh.
once the judgment is given, we are going to be able to seek the writ.
Okay. With the last place I left, I think it was the rent relief that had paid it, so I shouldn't have owed anything with the last place.
Yeah, you still have a $1,300 balance on your last place because of the damage that was done. And so at this point, we just don't want to do business with you anymore. And so you'll need to go ahead and just move out. And you'll need to know that you'll have this amount due. Okay.
Okay. And that's what, the 5 days, right? Or 5 or 6 days?
You have 6 days. Yes, ma'am. After today.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
thank you. You may be dismissed.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
The only thing the only other person on here is Diana, but I think it's just hung up or something. Hang on.
No, okay. Was that from a previous case?
Yeah, it was one of the early cases we did.
Oh.
Diana, you on the line?
Okay, then we are adjourned.
Yeah, we're done.